A husband calls 911. A pipe flew through the windshield, killed his wife. Freak accident, right? There's just one problem. No truck, no witnesses, and her throat was crushed before the glass ever broke. Barbara Kendammer worked in a middle school cafeteria in West Salem, Wisconsin. She had two grown children and a newborn granddaughter she called her Little Peanut. Her marriage to Todd Kendammer had lasted 25 years. Friends described her as the most dependable person they knew. Every morning she arrived at work by 8 a.m. Every morning she phoned her mother Joyce before leaving home. That Tuesday in September, the phone never rang. Joyce waited. The school waited. Barbara did not show up. She did not call in sick. She did not answer her cell. Something had already gone wrong before anyone spoke the words out loud. Emergency responders found Barbara on County Road M, a quiet stretch of asphalt outside West Salem. Her head and neck were severely damaged. Her husband Todd stood nearby with tears on his face. He told police a metal pipe had crashed through the windshield and struck his wife. He said it flew off a passing truck, but investigators noticed problems right away. Todd's knuckles were bloody. His neck had scratches. The pipe had no blood on it, and no truck had been seen in the area. What looked like a tragic accident began to look like something else entirely. Todd's version of events started with a drive on a rural road. He said he saw an object racing toward the windshield. At first he thought it was a bird. Then he saw it was a 10-pound steel pipe. He claimed it flew off an oncoming flatbed truck. The pipe punched through the glass and hit Barbara in the passenger seat. Todd said he pulled to the shoulder, yanked the pipe out, dragged Barbara from the car, and tried to save her life. He called 911 with a frantic voice. Paramedics rushed Barbara to Gunderson Health System, but she never regained consciousness. Surveillance footage from a horse ranch gave investigators a timestamp. The Kendammer car passed by at 7:57 a.m., but no truck appeared on any camera before or after that moment. No driver came forward. No witness reported seeing a flatbed hauling loose pipes that morning. Todd insisted the truck existed. Investigators could not find it. They also learned that Todd changed his story about why he was driving that route. First he said one name, then another name. Each person denied having any appointment with Todd. The missing truck became a missing foundation for his entire account. Todd told police he was running an errand before dropping Barbara at work. He needed to pick up a truck from a man named Justin Heim for a windshield replacement job. When detectives called Heim, he said he had no arrangement with Todd. Todd then mentioned a friend of Heim's. That person also knew nothing. At trial, Todd offered a third name, Jared Loging. Loging testified he had never scheduled any job with Todd. Each new name fell apart under questioning. Prosecutors argued that Todd invented the errand after Barbara's death to explain why he was driving away from the middle school that morning. Dr. Kathleen McCubbin performed Barbara's autopsy and found damage that did not match a flying pipe. Barbara's skull had multiple fractures, her nose was broken, her face was bruised across both sides, but the most telling injury was a cracked cricoid cartilage, a ring of bone in the lower throat. That fracture is almost always caused by direct pressure to the neck, strangulation, choking, a hand squeezing. A pipe moving at highway speed does not leave that mark. Prosecutors told the jury that Barbara had been attacked inside the car before the windshield was ever broken. The pipe sat in an evidence bag, clean and dry, no blood, no tissue, no hair. That struck investigators as strange. A pipe that penetrates a windshield at high speed and strikes a human head should carry trace evidence. The glass fragments inside the car also told a story. Some blood patterns suggested Barbara had been leaning forward or moving when the glass broke, not sitting upright in a passenger seat. Todd's hands had fresh cuts and his neck had red scratches. He said glass did it. The prosecution said those wounds came from Barbara fighting back. The defense hired Mark Michelum, a glass fracture expert. He examined the windshield and disagreed with the prosecution's conclusions. He said the damage pattern could absolutely be caused by a pipe striking from outside, followed by Todd pulling the pipe back out. After Todd's conviction, defense attorneys conducted their own tests on County Road M. They dropped similar pipes from moving trucks 9 times. 8 attempts failed. One attempt produced damage resembling the Kendammer windshield. The defense called that proof of possibility. The prosecution called it a lucky outlier. The debate over that single test continues to this day. Todd Kendammer made a risky decision. He took the witness stand. He looked at the jury and denied ever hurting his wife. He admitted his story had changed multiple times. He blamed trauma. He said his mind shattered when he saw Barbara injured. He could not remember details clearly because shock had erased them. The prosecutor cross-examined him for hours, pressing him on the missing truck and the changing names. Todd did not break down, but he also did not offer new evidence. The jury deliberated for 10 hours before returning a unanimous guilty verdict. First-degree intentional homicide. Todd's children never accepted the verdict. Jessica and Jordan grew up in that house. They watched their parents hold hands at dinner. They saw Todd bring Barbara coffee every morning. They cannot believe he killed her. They visit their father in prison and fight for his appeals. Barbara's mother, Joyce, lives with a different truth. Her daughter is gone. The phone never rings at 8 a.m. anymore. The Wisconsin Court of Appeals rejected Todd's case in June 2024. He will see a parole board in 2048 when he turns nearly 80 years old. Until then, the pipe sits in evidence.